The most interesting thing in Impact, Bob Rae, Canada's ambassador and permanent representative to the UN, has been elected president of the UN's Economic and Social Council for a one-year term. More than this being news, what his presidency will focus on as priorities is what's really interesting for me. I'll get into that in a minute. First, you might wonder, well, what is this council anyway? The UN's Economic and Social Council is one of the UN's 6 main bodies and is responsible for coordinating the work of the UN International Development System. 54 countries are part of this body and they serve 3-year terms. Countries like Belize, India, Belgium, Oman, Tunisia, and Tanzania are currently serving on this council. Now, it serves as a central forum for engaging with civil society, advancing the work on international, economic, and social issues, and formulating policy recommendations. Really, really fascinating stuff. They conduct research analysis, negotiate global norms, and advocate for progress on the Sustainable Development Goals. Joining Canada in the Bureau is Nepal, Poland, and Costa Rica. Together, they're going to drop the agenda for the year and the program of work. Now, this is a critical moment for Canada's global leadership. Globally, we are now halfway through the implementation of the 2030 agenda, and we still need to get more than 80% of the Sustainable Development Goals back on track. And then, unfortunately, on issues like food insecurity, nutrition, malaria prevalence, greenhouse gas emissions, we have regressed globally. What's really exciting for me is what Canada's 3 priorities are for our presidency. The first is to make meaningful strides on the crisis of displacement of people around the world. There are more people who are forcibly displaced and are on the move than at any point since 1945. So there's critical work needed to ensure that the rights of those on the move are protected and are supported by refugee protection pathways. This is an issue of huge significance and consequence, especially given Canada's historic role in welcoming refugees and migrants. I'm pleased that we've leaned into this. The second priority is laying groundwork for ensuring that AI is equally accessible to each and every person around the world, to make sure that those who were left behind in the digital revolution are not left behind in the AI revolution. This is a vital mandate. But the thing is, it's not something that Canada has championed domestically. Domestically, there's no AI for all agenda. In fact, recently, hundreds of civil society organizations wrote an open letter to the Government of Canada on their negligence in consulting civil society in their AI legislation. What will be really interesting to watch is if this global work would be translated domestically, as there are massive social implications as AI development and use exponentially grows. The third priority is to promote and address gaps in innovative and sustainable financing solutions for international development. This is a huge opportunity for Canada to step up, from humanitarian aid to official development assistance to World Bank policies and issues of high interest debt. There's an opportunity to accelerate innovative financing options, things like outcomes financing or crowd underwriting. From the domestic perspective, though, Canada has struggled to show consistent leadership. While we've made huge one-off leaps with institutions like Grand Challenges Canada or the Equality Fund, things are slower and murkier long-term with programs like Canada Social Finance Fund that doesn't have strong links to global counterparts. And Canada still has no seat at the NAB. That's the Global Impact Investing table. So hopefully there's an effort to learn and link back on the learning on financing for development to the domestic social finance ecosystem. The world will be watching Canada's leadership at the UN's Economic and Social Council. It's time to take audacious leaps because that's what the future requires of us. That's the most interesting thing in Impact. See you soon.